Hollandaise, one of the 5 classic mother sauces of French cuisine. The keystone to your favorite Eggs Benedict recipe, or the liquid gold smothering your vegetables. Hollandaise is notoriously difficult to make, and that's led people to discover other methods of making this delicious sauce with blenders or immersion blenders. But what if you don't have those fancy tools in your kitchen? That's why today I'm going to show you how to make an easy Hollandaise sauce the traditional way back when they didn't have these gadgets and tools. All you need for this Hollandaise is a pot, a bowl, and a whisk. At its core, Hollandaise is an emulsion of egg yolks, butter, and water. That's it. Everything else in the recipes you see is what makes one Hollandaise tastier than another, but at the end of the day, you can remove all of those ingredients, mix egg yolks, water, and melted butter together, and you'll still end up with a Hollandaise, just not a very tasty one. Don't worry though, because our sauce today is going to be delicious and simple to make, and it only requires basic tools you already have in your kitchen. While I'm gathering my ingredients, if you're enjoying the video so far and want to support the channel, can I ask you to like and comment in this video? That'll help me spread the word and share this recipe with other people looking for their go-to method of making Hollandaise. Thanks in advance. So the first thing we're going to do is get our butter melted and ready for later steps in this recipe. So in a small saucepan, melt 1.5 sticks of unsalted butter. If you're familiar with a traditional Hollandaise, then you know it's usually made with clarified butter. While that's fine and dandy, we're going to keep the milk solids in our butter because 1, it doesn't make that much of a difference, and 2, us home cooks don't have time for that. Anyway, the next thing we're going to do is set up our bain-marie or double boiler. So in another saucepan, we're going to add 1 inch or 2 of water and prepare our double boiler by getting the water to a low simmer. Getting the proper temperature on your double boiler is a common mistake that first-time Hollandaise makers get wrong all the time. So to help you out, this, my friends, is a low simmer, and this is a boil. If your water's at a boil like this, then you're going to get scrambled eggs, so make sure you can visually tell the difference. With our water at a simmer in a heat-proof bowl where we're actually going to make the Hollandaise, crack and separate 2 large egg yolks into the bowl. Do whatever you want with the egg whites because we're not going to need them for this recipe. After that, add in 2 tablespoons of cold water and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Give all that a preliminary whisk to incorporate everything, and then it's time for the real pressure test. Take a deep breath. You can do this. You are the master of the flame and not a slave to it. Once you're ready, place your bowl with the egg yolks on top of the simmering pot, making sure that is in fact still at a simmer and definitely not touching the water, and begin to whisk constantly. Don't be afraid to move the bowl around from the simmering water if you feel like the bottom is getting too hot. Just make sure your egg yolks are constantly moving to avoid cooking the eggs too quickly. For those chefs that love the science of cooking, another key to a successful Hollandaise sauce is maintaining a sauce temperature below 140 degrees. If your eggs go over this temperature, your egg yolks are going to scramble, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do to recover. So after about 5 to 10 minutes of whisking, depending on how hot your bain-marie is, you should see your egg yolks increase in volume and tiny little bubbles in your sauce. Trapping air in the eggs is extremely important to a successful Hollandaise, which we do by constantly whisking our eggs while we cook them. Another benchmark to see if you're ready for the next step is to check the viscosity. If your eggs leave a trail behind, then you're good to go. Okay, so we're past the difficult part now, so all we need to do is emulsify our butter into our eggs. With our egg yolks off the heat, begin to slowly stream in a little butter at a time, whisking to emulsify the butter until it disappears into the sauce. Repeat this about 4 to 5 times until you've used about 80% of your melted butter. At this point, check the consistency of your Hollandaise. Is it too thick or is it too thin? The ideal Hollandaise sauce should be able to leave a clean trail when you run your finger through a spoon, but should be able to spread out as well. If your Hollandaise is too thick, then go ahead and add a little water and whisk until the sauce loosens. If it's too thin, then continue to stream in the rest of your butter. The very last thing we need to do is season our Hollandaise, to which we'll add a squeeze of lemon juice, pepper, and salt. Go ahead and adjust all of these 3 ingredients to your taste. And all that's left to do now is apply your buttery Hollandaise sauce to some cooked vegetables like these blanched asparagus, or maybe on some oven roasted potatoes, and of course we definitely need Hollandaise on our classic Eggs Benedict. The possibilities are endless here, which is why it's considered one of the 5 mother sauces of French cuisine. Remember, as long as you maintain a temperature below 140 degrees Fahrenheit and constantly whisk your sauce throughout the recipe, you'll end up with a successful Hollandaise. So get out there and earn your Hollandaise badge, and you'll be rewarded with a lifelong skill that you can use for the rest of your home cook career. I hope you enjoyed the video today and learned something. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this recipe or if you used it for your Hollandaise. Well, until my next video, I will see you guys next time.